Are snap-on sockets even worth it?
Hello everyone, Dylan with the HD Perspective here. I want to do a little film about snap-on sockets and whether they're worth it or not. Over the course of my career as an HD mechanic, I've had to do a lot of commercial vehicle inspections. In Alberta where I live, any commercial vehicle over 4,500 kgs gross vehicle weight has to be inspected annually. It's a separate ticket from getting your journeyman license, and I got my commercial vehicle inspection license fairly early on in my career. Part of the inspection process used to involve doing a S-cam rotation. Basically, a cam is rotated which forces the brake shoes out against the brake drum. You can get an idea of how much a drum is worn by the amount of degrees the S-cam turns and combining that with the lining thickness of the brake shoe. To manually turn the S-cam, there's a 7/16 head on the slack adjuster that turns. Needless to say, I spent a lot of time adjusting brakes on tractor-trailer units. I have here a Mastercraft 7/16 socket in the 1/2-inch drive. I like using 1/2-inch because slack adjusters are usually a little bit stubborn, so you get a little more leverage with a 1/2-inch ratchet. And you can see how this one is worn. After about 2 years, it became worn enough that it kept slipping off the head on the slack adjuster. And so I decided it was time to upgrade, and I had been upgrading some of my other tools to Snap-on or Mac, whatever, I could get my hands on. And I'll show you the Snap-on socket that I got. I used it for about a year after that before it became unusable. You can see how badly worn it is. And that was just after a year of use. Just for reference, here's a Stanley 7/16 that I've never used. I know some of you in the comments might say, well, but Snap-on, they make a thinner walled socket that's better for clearance in tight areas. And I'm going to show you too that that's just not the case. If you look here, I'm going to measure the wall thickness of this Mastercraft socket. And you can see there, it's reading 0.665 inches in diameter. On the Snap-on socket, it's a little bit thicker. Not by much, but a little bit. 670 inches on the scale, on the vernier scale. Just for interest's sake, the Stanley one is 0.66 inches in thickness. So even thinner than the Mastercraft or the Snap-on. The Husky is even thinner. It's the thinnest. And it is 0.635. That's a big difference to me. If you look at this thickness that goes into the ratchet, you can see a big difference. Snap-on is quite a bit more. So that's 0.860 inches. Try not to get in the groove here. And this is almost 0.9 inches. 0.8, I'm going to say that's 0.880 inches. To me, that's a pretty big difference. I'm by no means a Snap-on hater. I've spent a small fortune on tools off of the Snap-on truck. I love their wrenches and ratchets, and I'm planning on doing a video in the future that will show why Snap-on wrenches are better than anything else out there. Sockets, however, I think are a different story. Well, if you like this video, thanks for watching. Please hit thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll try and keep them coming. If you have any questions or complaints or comments, leave them below, and we'll talk to you in the next one.